Happy Friday. The market fails to break out and sells off after hours. How far down can we go?
This is Invest with Jake.
Okay, guys, so the market tried to break out over 4,400 at the open today and got rejected. It spent the rest of the day trying to reclaim that level and was unable to do so. Predictably, when one move you expect fails, you should expect a strong move in the opposite direction, and the bears have been selling in the after hours. Now the question is, how deep do we go? I'll get into all that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. Okay, guys, so with the failed move up, we expect a move back into our support box for wave 2. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and not a whole lot has changed from yesterday. We were covering 3 paths in yesterday's video, the first being that breakout attempt that failed, the second being a pullback into our wave 2 support box, which is what we're kind of expecting now, and the third being a break of 4176, which would cause a lower low for wave 4. Now, since the breakout failed and we have sold off here, I do find it most likely that we come down to our wave 2 support box to complete wave 2. Remember me saying this was not really a deep enough wave 2, but we have seen shallow wave 2s throughout this market. So it is likely we get a deeper wave 2 retrace here. And then, of course, if the bottom of our support box does not hold this 4176 area, then we would expect to see lower and challenge this low over here headed towards that 4029 to 4000 area. The biggest change is going to be whether this is going to be an ABC down or it's going to be a C wave down, and it's looking very impulsive right now, so I'm thinking it's a C wave. It's a lot cleaner on the NASDAQ, which we'll look at here shortly, but off the high, you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 so far, and then you'd have a wave 4 that came up just a little bit high, but it's a lot cleaner on the NASDAQ, and it's still valid, and then you would have wave 5 down from there into our support box. So I expect to see more selling in the overnight and into tomorrow until we get into this support box. And then we have support, as I said, from 4260 all the way down to 4176. We'll look for that to hold and get a reversal and start wave 3 up from there. As I mentioned, the 764 is our last ditch support area. If that breaks, it becomes much more likely that we're heading down to make a lower low in this bigger wave 4 to complete that cycle, which we think actually completed over here. So I do expect support to hold when they get down into this box and see us bounce, but it is possible it can break and we can still make a lower low given the structure that we've been looking at. So the biggest question, as I said, this is a pretty clear ABC down, and then this move up could be a B wave that's just a little bit expanded, and then we could be starting C down. So we're going to watch to see how it plays out, whether it's an A, B, C structure in there, or if this is just going to be a C wave down into our support box from there. So it's pretty clear and pretty straightforward on the S&P today. We're looking for our support box to hold and bounce, and if not, then we're looking for a lower low in 4. Now, technically speaking, okay, the overnight low has not broken any of these lows, okay? So until it does, we technically could still see a push higher, but I really just don't think that's going to be the case. I really think we need to pull back into our support box to get a better wave 2 in place before we see higher. Okay, over on the NASDAQ, we have a very similar setup because they do trade in step, but this is a very clean looking so far impulsive move down. And so I'm expecting this to be a C wave down into our support box a little more directly. They can, of course, bounce it up and make it into an ABC, but the way it's trading right now and the structure that we have looks fairly impulsive. So I would expect a more direct move down into support and look for a hold there. Now, same goes for this support box. If the bottom breaks at 13,347, then I would expect to challenge this low down here and make a new low on the NASDAQ, just like we would on the S&P 500. So the parameters are pretty clear, guys. We're looking for a pullback into our wave 2 support box, and we're looking for that to hold. If it holds, we're looking for a bounce up to make a new high in wave 1 of 3. However, if it cannot hold, then we are looking for lower to create a lower wave 4 on both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. head over there and go to our membership plans area. We have 2 amazing plans. They both come with a 7-day free trial, so it's completely risk-free for you to come in and check it out and see what we're all about, because I want you to love it before you ever spend a penny. It's a family-like atmosphere in there, a lot of great traders, a lot of great knowledge being bounced around. We would love to have you in there. Now, in my room, you get the 7-day free trial. You get my real-time market updates. You get my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. And I only trade the SPY and the QQQ, the indexes. And if you are looking to trade individual stocks as well as trade with a guy who absolutely crushes the market, you're going to want to check out PT's Throne Room. With his, you get all of my room, okay? Plus you get his room where you're trading individual stocks as well as the indexes, and you're using his reduced risk trading style that he uses to absolutely crush the market. He's one of the best traders I've ever been around. You should really come in and check it out. You got a 7-day free trial. You have nothing to lose. See what it's all about. Make sure it's for you. We'd love to have you in there. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. We're looking for a move down into our Wave 2 support box. We get that and a bounce, and we should be on our way in Wave 3. However, if they are able to push through our lower end support on both boxes, we would expect a lower low in Wave 4. Same goes for the NASDAQ. We're looking for a move down into our support box and support to hold before getting a bounce up out of there. Guys, it's the weekend. Have fun, have a drink, turn off your computer for a couple days, enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to you next week.